see a lion in the park, you're gonna run. Pow, pow, pow. Let him have it.
It's not nice getting it.
Go. Both dinner orders, go. Go in there. Pow, 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 pow.
Oh yeah, it's special. It's special. It's got it all. It's got it all.
You cannot
Absolutely.
compare Moses to Mike Tyson.
Shouldn't.
Never.
Shouldn't.
Is Derek Chisora holding a little blanket over his waist because he's cold in our studio?
No, I wasn't, mate.
We're back, new fight, new set. This is No Glove Lost in partnership with DAZN. We've got a big British heavyweight clash coming up. It's youth versus experience, as red-hot prospect Moses Itauma takes on the battle-hardened Dillian Whyte in the sizzling Saudi heat. In the corner with me today, first up, a man who knows Whyte inside out, his former coach, Mark Tibbs. Next, it's the beast from the East himself, Mr. Anthony Yarde. And finally, he's faced just about everybody worth fighting, unpredictable in and out of the ring, Derek War Chisora. We'll also check in with Sunsport's boxing brain, Wally Downes Jr, live from Riyadh with all the latest Fight Week buzz. So, it's Itauma versus Whyte, August 16th in Riyadh. You can watch it live, only on DAZN. Let's get it now at DAZN.com. Okay, let's get straight into it. Lads, cheers for joining me today.
Yes. Thank you, Jack.
Derek, cheers for coming back, becoming quite the resident on Sunsport's boxing YouTube channel, so welcome back.
Merci beaucoup.
Derek, you shared 23 epic rounds with Dillian, and over the years it seems your friendship and relationship goes hot and cold. Where are you now with your old pal, Dillian?
Right now it's cold.
Why is that?
Because I said to Moses Itauma, I was gonna knock him out, but he didn't like that. But we only judge a fighter by his last fight. You know, his last fight was not great. So everybody will look at that last fight and look at Moses Itauma's last fight and see the comparison is totally different. But me looking at Dillian right now, he looks in shape, mate.
And you have been quite vocal about Dillian accepting this fight. I mean, almost been quite critical about it. Why has that been?
I think me seeing Dillian in shape now, I think I'm kind of changing my mind, you know, because right now he looks beautiful. He looks amazing shape. You know, I think the big bad wolf is back now.
Well, we actually caught up with Dillian, and your comments previously were put to him, and this is what he had to say.
I don't get these guys. They spend their whole career being hard, man, fighting anyone and fearing no one. I want to fight everyone, and that's what we love about them, is the fact that Derek will fight anyone, and he's up for fighting anyone, and that's what we always love about him. He's brave and he's gallant, and then all of a sudden he's become a coward and picking and choosing he wants to fight. I don't understand that. The mentality has always been the same. You know, I've always taken any fight that's there and taking the most risky fights in my whole career. So yeah, it's the same. Nothing's changed.
Now look, Derek, I would hate to stir the pot, but what is your reaction to what Dillian said there?
No, listen, Dillian, I don't really care about what Dillian says. You know, those are just only words. You have to understand, when you get older, bro, when you're my age, you know, I'm 41, bro. Words are just words, you understand? So I said something which offended him, you know, so he had to do a response. So I don't mind. You know, he's got a big task ahead of him, you know, on Saturday. So he has to deliver. You know, he's fighting a young lion, a young buck, you know, so we'll see what happens, or somebody's gonna go to jail.
And Mark, welcome to the show.
Well,
you had 4 excellent years, 11 unbeaten fights with Dillian. If you were still his coach now, and he came to you in the position he is at the moment and said, I've got this fight offer for Moses Itauma, what would you have advised him do?
Well, you know, it is a difficult fight. It's a difficult task, like Derek says. But you know, Dillian's a fighting man. He's a proud man, and he's not fazed by anything. He's generally not fazed through the life he's led and things he's gone through. Has made him the man he is, and it is a business, but he's got his work cut out. So personally, I would. He's got lovely, lovely long arms, and he's got a few tricks up his sleeve because of the experience and the people he's been around. If I was Dillian, he's got to do his utmost to edge him back and push him on his heels. Not too many men can fight on their heels. And but Moses, like Derek says, he's a fresh lion. He's a fresh lion. He's a sharp shooter, great counter puncher. But, you know, it's a cracking match. It's a cracking match because Moses needs a Dillian Whyte right now. He needs a Dillian Whyte to see where he's at. The fans need to see where we need to see where Moses is at. He's 12 fights in. You know, it's not a great deal, a lot of fights. You know what I mean? It's a cracking match. And what makes it a cracking match is Dillian's mentality, as I said before, and Moses' equally mentality. When he first turned professional, he wanted to win the world title before he's 20 years of age. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. And Frank held him back a little bit in his own way. If you know what I'm saying? So it's a fantastic match, and it's a fantastic match.
How many fights has he had?
This is his 13th.
13th. So you have to look at his record. Yeah. You know, sometimes we get overwhelmed by knockouts, and then people saying, "Oh, this and this," but really and truly, you're just fighting cab drivers. You know, I boxed someone like this before. I didn't box someone like this. This big kid in German, very tall. A long time ago, I forgot his name. He looked like a guy from the Russian guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. 007 films.
Yeah, I mean, and then
pretty frightening.
He was like 30-0, and then when he boxed a real boxer, he found it very hard. He lost. You know, so we have to see. Yeah. Because now, Dillian is a big step up for Moses. Mm-hmm. You know?
He will get up for this fight, Dillian. I know that for a fact. I mean, we talk about his last couple of performances. They wasn't brilliant. You know, someone with the reputation that young Moses has got will inspire Dillian, and he will get up for it. He knows what he's got to do, Dillian. Yeah.
Anthony, from a fighter's perspective, and you know Dillian well, he's anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere. If you were him, would you have accepted this fight?
Come on, man. Look at my career. I will fight anybody. I've shown that I was an 18-0 prospect. I got asked, do I want to take a fight against Kovalev in Russia? I said yes. I've shown my character, so my character can't be questioned. So if I was Dillian in this position, I would have taken a fight as well. Why not? It's an opportunity again, because if he beats Moses, all of a sudden now he's the talk again. Well, in the last 2 years, no one's really spoke about Dillian. If he beats Moses now, all of a sudden he's back in the talks of world title fights and all kind of thing. So, of course, why not?
Is it a case almost for Dillian? It's win-win. He's coming in as the underdog, and even if he puts up a good fight, he's back into the talks. Can one fight change your career overnight almost?
Really and truly, it depends on what the public want to say.
It's the fashion. It's the fashion you win in, which I believe will determine your route of your fight. So it's the fashion you win in.
I don't believe so. No.
Well, I'm a big believer in looking good when you're winning.
A win is a win. It don't matter.
A win is.
It don't matter if you win by a handball, by a penalty. You win.
It's true.
People always. So it don't matter.
People always care about the result.
No, a win's a win. A win's a win.
Yeah. So
a win's a win.
So it don't matter if Dillian wins it in a scrappy way. He's won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen.
So.
But if you look good doing it, it's times 10.
For Moses, he turned professional, and before he had even thrown a professional punch, he was being likened to Mike Tyson. Anthony, if you were 18, you haven't even turned professional yet, and people are already comparing you to Mike Tyson. How would you deal with that?
I don't know. I started boxing when I was 20. I started boxing when I was 18, turning 19, and I had my first amateur fight when I was 20 years old. Moses, I think he had a short amateur career as well, but he still hasn't ever lost a fight yet.
No.
Didn't lose any amateur fights, hasn't lost any professional fights. He's looked amazing in his professional fights as well. He looked amazing as an amateur. I've seen him in the gym. He's looked amazing. From what I've seen so far, he's the real deal. It does come with a lot of pressure, and I feel like he has got the character to deal with it.
Yeah.
He has got the character. He's very laid back, reserved. He did want to do the whole Mike Tyson thing, because I was sitting ringside with him one time, we was talking.
Was this in private?
No, this was at a boxing event. I was sitting right next to him. And then he just said to me, he's like, yeah, he wants to beat Mike Tyson's record. And again, this is when he was 18. And I said, that's a task though. I said, hold on, that's in about 9 months. And then he was like, yeah, like if they can get me the fights, I'll do it. And then he injured his hand in the next fight. So again, it wasn't written.
Mike, if you had a young fighter and turned pro and they're already getting Mike Tyson comparisons, do you see that as a help for their confidence, or is it almost a bit of a hindrance?
No, I think that's what you want to hear as a coach from fighters. As I said before, I've got this little guy, Giorgio Visioli's a lightweight, super feather. He's of that nature. He's a winner. He wants to be a world champion. And, I liken to Moses. I understand Moses. It's great if you're his coach that they talk like that. And he's got his manager, his promoter, to guide and navigate. That's where they come into play. But I remember that when he said he wants to match Mike Tyson's.
And you had Moses come to the gym for sparring. I can't imagine you had too many queuing up to sparring, but you would have seen him up close and personal. Did you recognise you were looking at a real talent?
Oh yeah, he's special. He's special. He's got it all. He's got it all. Yeah.
And Derek, you've seen the rise of Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, you and David Haye around the same time as well. How do you think Moses has dealt with the hype around his name?
Yeah, it's different. You can't compare Moses to Mike Tyson. Do you understand? Because
no,
you can't.
You actually can't.
So do you think it's a bit unfair that he?
I mean, like everybody's trying to say he's like, Mike Tyson's a lie. There's only one Mike Tyson. I don't know why we're trying to put his name again with Mike Tyson. No.
He's
Mike
Moses.
Tyson,
He's Moses.
Mike Tyson smokes weed. Mike Tyson is a vicious guy. Moses is not that guy. Mike Tyson didn't have his dad around. Moses got his dad, his mum, his brothers. You cannot compare that. Even in the ring, it's different. Listen, guys didn't want to spar Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson was
guys didn't want to fight Mike Tyson. You understand? Let me explain that to you, understand? People used to get to the stadiums before they opened to see Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Mike Tyson was different.
I think what Moses was comparing himself being to win it at 20 years of age.
I don't care. There's only one Mike Tyson. You gotta compare.
There's only one Derek Chisora.
I'm with Derek on this.
I'm certainly not going to argue.
Moses is Moses.
Yeah.
He's got his own path. So we cannot
Absolutely.
compare Moses to Mike Tyson.
We shouldn't.
Never.
Shouldn't.
Yeah. We could never do that. Yeah. There's always been one Muhammad Ali. Everybody's tried it and they cannot do it.
Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
Do you understand? So people cannot say, oh, it's like Mike. No. There's only one Mike Tyson and there's only one Muhammad Ali.
That's it. And there only will ever be one Mike Tyson and one Ali.
Yeah.
There is only one Mike Tyson, and there's also only one Wally Downes Jr. who is going to join us now live from Riyadh. There he is.
Derek, you need to have a chat with your agent if I've got out here before you.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. They didn't want to buy my plane ticket. I'm joking. I'll be there soon, don't worry.
He was tweeting the hotel as well.
Everybody will know what time when I get there, everybody knows what time it is.
Absolutely. Well, cheers for taking some time out to speak to us.
I just want to clear up one thing. Is Derek Chisora holding a little blanket over his waist because he's cold in our studio?
No, I wasn't. Mate, it's 35 degrees. No, let me finish. 35 degrees in London. I was on the tube sweating my nuts off. So I brought my towel with me so I can wipe my So now I'm back to normal.
Well, it's okay. Wally's not going to be behind the screen for too much longer, so you can tell him when you see him in person next time. We never quite know what we're going to get from Dillian in the ring or out the ring. He's obviously had those couple of years off as well. What kind of Dillian do you think we're going to get in the ring this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we really don't know. The last two fights and performances, going life and death with Ebenezer Tete, if we're going on form, this should be a very easy fight for Dillian. Sorry, for Moses. That Tete fight was wild and life or death, really. And Tete is a very old veteran journeyman gatekeeper. So that's worrying. For Dillian, it should be worrying. But again, I've seen his shape today, topless photos where probably, maybe for the first time ever, or certainly since his professional boxing career, he's got a six-pack. So I understand. I've seen some of the video interviews that he's done where he's angry. He feels he's being overlooked. But you probably have to go back to sort of 2018 for Dillian to have been on a good run of consistent wins and performances, probably his time with Mark. Because, I mean, around that time, he had a Riyadh win, he had a Chisora win, he had a Parker win, but then he got chin by Povetkin. He won the rematch. He didn't look great against Jermaine Franklin. A lot of time off. And then Fury done him. He didn't really turn up to Fury. So when people make Moses a red-hot favourite, I understand why Dillian feels offended because, you know, that the man is seasoned, been in incredible wars, in great fights. But if we're looking at form books, and if you're a bookmaker, then you look at the current trajectories of them both, and you look at Dillian's last 5, 6, 7 performances, and you must assume that Moses runs away with this in sensational fashion. But I heard what Derek said. If he's got a six-pack suddenly, he's taking it seriously. He's up for it.
OK, Wally, thank you for zooming in for us. We will check up with you a bit later as well. Anthony, interestingly, Moses actually told Wally the first ever professional boxing fight he watched was yours. So if he does go on and become this world champion, like many think he will, you can maybe take credit for inspiring the career of Moses Itauma.
Yeah, you know, since I've met Moses, I've had a good relationship with him. He's always given me a lot of credit. We speak on Instagram quite a bit. And what's funny as well is after, not the fight he had just the last one, the one before that, I messaged him saying congratulations, like he looks sensational. And then he goes, I want to send you something. So I'm waiting for him to send me something. And he sent me a picture of me and a little boy. Is a little boy, but he was taller than me. And then I'm like, hold on, that's you and your brother. But he said, yeah, I was 13. But he's 13 years old and he was like, same height as me. And I said, wow. And I remember taking that picture of two young boys. Yep. Crazy.
Well, he was saying at 14, he messaged Dillian asking to spar. So if at 14 he was, you know, willing and ready to spar Dillian, it shows the character that he is. But let's talk tactics. Mark, if you were in Dillian's corner, what would the tactics be? How would you tell him to box Moses Itauma?
Well, I'd like Dillian to try and get his lead foot, you know, on the outside the best he could and get his right hand off, you know, because he's fighting the southpaw. He would have to use that left hand as a little bit of a shield, and get at mid-range as early as possible, you know, And I don't call him the body snatcher for nothing, so, you know what I mean? So we've got to get round that body and try and unsettle and not let Moses be pretty. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, but Moses is fleet-footed. It's a difficult task, but Dillian's got the experience. I'm sure he's got the desire, and he's a fighting man.
One of Dillian's best weapons, if not his best asset, is the left hook.
Absolutely.
Especially, you know, catch and counter. You think about, he caught AJ with a great catch and counter left hook, dropped Parker with one. Yeah. But does that shot, the left hook and the catch and counter off the hook, work as well against a southpaw?
Unless Moses is throwing a big hook. You know what I mean? Catch, whip. He loves doing that, Dillian. Catch, whip. He's got to get the right hand off as well, in my opinion.
I just think it has to be fast. For him to be catching counter with Moses, it has to be fast. I think for him to give Moses troubles or to upset Moses, I personally think he has to just be a veteran.
Yeah.
Derek will know.
Yeah.
Like you drag them down.
I'm old.
Yeah.
No, but I'm even talking about even his last fight, with that Otto guy. I was sitting there ringside and I was like, "Bruv, is that Derek?" I was like, because he put it on him.
Yeah.
Every time he got pow, 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 let him have it, and it's cool. Take that, see how you like it. Do you get what I'm saying? But if he's trying to box and stand there with Moses,
he's got to get this right stance, not a square on stance, because he's open to the uppercut, as we know. Yeah, he's got to get that shoulder round, that left hand out. He's got arms like that, Dillian, but he's got to educate his pressure.
Educate pressure.
He's got to make it a little bit untidy. You know, I think so.
Derek, how would you, if you were Dillian, how would you go out about fighting
I'll
Moses?
just rush it.
see, you guys gonna put it on
the door
him.
there.
I'll just rush it. I ain't warming up. I'll just go. I'll just go. If I was dinner, I'll just go. Go in there. Ba 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 ba.
Cause we saw with Moses' last fight, the guy tried to rush him, and we saw how that ended.
Mike Bannigan.
That guy who tried to rush him was not in shape.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying a calculated, like, but then when he does get his opportunity,
Nice peekaboo,
let it go.
peekaboo most of the
You have
time.
to just shut it down. But
what I'm saying?
listen, it's a difficult fight.
It's a task.
Because I think if Dill bulldozes him, yeah, I think he might blow as well. He start blowing. But
So that's the catch-22 though, because we
It
want him
is.
to come out and start
Depends
fast,
how
but then
you
he runs
depends how
Bristol.
you train.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Depends
And
how
it looks
you
like he's
train.
in shape.
Yeah, he looks like in shape.
I think it's calculated. I don't say just bulldoze. That don't work. in
Calculated
boxing.
pressure.
Calculated, and when he gets his opportunity, is let him have it and see if he can deal with certain things.
I don't
We're
believe
saying
in
all
that,
this,
bro. I'll just go.
but yeah, we know Derek is really.
So your plan would be no plan.
Let it go. Just let it go.
How do we think Moses comes out and boxes? Does he set a fast pace, banking on maybe Dillian blowing,
No,
or does
Moses
he take
is
his
coming
time?
to Moses is coming to bang, bro.
Yeah.
Moses,
From the first bell?
man, yeah. He's not coming to play around. He's coming to prove himself.
Moses is a
Coming to
serious
prove a
guy.
point.
He's a serious operator.
Yeah,
serious.
he's coming to prove himself. Yeah, that's here to stay.
Now, interestingly, Buddy McGirt, trainer of Dillian Whyte, admitted, or maybe claimed is the better word.
I was
that
there.
On the you were there on the
I know what you're
interview.
gonna say.
So Anthony will know. Buddy McGirt claims that he hasn't watched Moses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Anthony, what do you think? What do you make of that?
I was in the studio. I was on Talksport when he said that, and then like we all kind of like looked at each other like, huh? Like, he's a trainer. He's meant to be like performing like getting some sort of game plan together or whatever. But I don't know. I don't agree with it personally.
Buddy trained me. And Buddy don't look at fights.
He don't look at fights ever, no.
He's telling the truth.
But is it a mistake to? Because he said that sometimes you don't have time to prepare. I mean, he's had a couple of weeks, couple of months to prepare. This is not a
I
problem.
don't know. Some people don't look at fights.
Like me as a fighter, I don't watch fight. I don't watch the
But
fight.
is it so? Who's the onus? Or does it fall down to? Is it on the fighter to watch your opponent, or is it on the coaching team?
Me personally, I think it's a trainer.
Okay.
And then
I believe he must run his eyes over. Everyone runs their eyes over the work we're doing. And
Well,
he's
he explicitly said that he has never seen him. He must have seen clips, yes, but he's never said he's seen a fight.
Yeah.
If it's-
See, studying and having a look's different. You know,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Studying and having a look. I mean, Buddy's of an experience. He's been a great fighter himself, and he's been around the best, and he's a great trainer. So he can look at a bit of work and and know knows what he's working with, especially a 12-fight professional. But he's talented.
Are you a big, studier or watcher of your
You've
boys'
got to listen.
opponent?
You've got to look at your work. I do personally, and I would like my fighter to know what I'm doing. You get me? Mm-hmm. But that's me. Everyone's different.
What about you, Derek? Do you study your opponents, watch your opponents?
No. I don't. I'm being honest. All 49 fights never said I don't watch that. No. I'm telling you, I don't, because I'm gonna be in it.
To be honest with you, good fighters, good fighters, when they're in the moment, good fighters, they know how to adjust. They know how to adjust.
Well, Dillian said he has seen.
Because he has
Of course
to.
he has. Of course he has.
And what did he see? How many rounds did he see?
I think he's even seen him live.
Yeah, I think.
I think he's
I mean,
even
like-
seen him live.
If I was Dylan, I would have taken the Joyce fight better.
I would have, like that would have been a better
Better option.
option.
I thought he might be fighting you again.
If he wins this one, maybe not. Maybe one more. If he wins this one, I will fight him.
In the opposite corner, Moses Itauma spoke to our man Wally Downes Jr.
So he's saying that, let's say I'm the best fighter in the world, but ain't got a chin, I'm no longer the best fighter in the world.
I'm not saying that.
That's what you got to do, innit? Any heavyweight's got the ability to knock out any other heavyweight. So if anyone gets clipped on the button, no matter if it's Joe Joyce or, I don't know, George Foreman, he had a good chin. Like, if you're getting hit by a big dude, it's gonna hurt, you know what I mean? So I don't want to go in the ring and get hit by these guys. So that's why I hit before they hit me. And just happens that it's gone the way 12 times or 10 times, sorry. And yeah, I feel I don't get this concept of me not being a good boxer unless I get clipped. It defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
And the 2 times you did go the distance, we had like loads of Twitter armchair fans saying, "Oh, he's a hype job. He's gone the distance."
See, I don't even have Twitter because of that. Things ain't gonna please everyone, are you? So I'm just focusing on my own thing, focusing on my own craft, and do you know what? Taking care of my family, because that's that kind of what really matters. Because like at the end of the day, yeah, like if I box, if I don't box, like it's my family that kind of really cares about me. So I'm pretty sure they don't want to see me get my chin tested.
Anthony, you're a fighter that appreciates the art of defence. Do you understand
Yes.
what Moses is saying there?
I don't only understand, I agree.
Absolutely.
You don't go into boxing saying, I'm gonna get hit and show how tough I am. Getting hit is a mistake. Let's get this right. Whenever you get hit, even if it's with a jab, it's a mistake. You're trying to not get hit and not get hit. So I agree with what Moses is saying. There's some times where, you might have to dog it out and you might have to catch a few shots and return or to get in, but the aim is to not get hit. So I agree with what you're saying.
Mike, you said you agree there. As a trainer, is it important to know that your fighter can take away? Obviously, you don't want him to. Is it important that you know that they can?
Defence is equally as good as offence. Yeah. Okay? But the art is entertaining, but you don't leave your chin out in the air. You got to get that shoulder round or rock and roll, slip and slide, whatever you got to do. It's the art of boxing is to hit and not be hit. And the longer you don't get hit, generally you have a longer career, in my opinion.
And then after boxing as well, I'm still active. So even every day I work on some sort of defence. I work on, Derek was laughing at me earlier saying I'm a sweet boy, like, because, I was putting on lip balm because I want to, I don't want no cuts and bruises or whatever. I know I'm in the fight game and I'm the beast from the East. He tries to say I'm not a beast. I've never seen a beast from the East put lip balm. No, the whole point is, look, I don't want to get hit, but again, you got to be aggressive with it.
It's not nice getting hit. It's not nice getting hit. It's not nice getting it out the body either.
Yeah, but we certainly know Dillian can take a shot. Derek, I was actually watching back some of the clips of the first fight you had with him. And there was one point, I think you were backed up against the ropes and you caught Dillian with a hook and his head almost spun all the way around. Were you in the ring thinking, how is he standing up to these shots?
No. I was just didn't see. I don't even know that fight was just crazy.
Have you ever watched that fight?
Crazy fight.
No.
You don't watch any of your fights?
Pure
back, do you?
entertainment.
I haven't watched that.
Anthony's never
ringside.
watched one of his fights back?
Never ever.
Never watched
What
it.
about when you retire? You watch them?
Don't know.
No?
No, because I've been in it.
Yeah.
That fight.
That second fight with Derek and Dillian, I was so engrossed in it myself. I had to ask my corner guys, what round we in? What round we in, fellas? I think it might have been the 10th, yeah? So Dillian was temperamental, always, pretty defensive. I'm pretty like that myself, right? So in front of him, I says, Dill, this fight is getting late. And he went, watch me. That's how it happened. You both threw beautiful left hooks. Both threw them. Great fight, great fight.
But do we think Dillian still has that same resilience now? Could he take those same shots and go the same rounds now?
We'll see Saturday night. But listen, he has the experience, he has the knowledge and the wisdom, yeah? But he has wear and tear, I believe. The fights he's been through, and we'll see. And timing, I'm not too sure if timing will be there because, I've been a fighter myself, and I've tried it at later age. And you can think faster than your body acts, and we'll see Saturday night.
Yeah.
Anthony, do you believe Dillian can pull out a performance like that, or a vintage Whyte performance?
A lion is always a lion. It don't matter how old it is. If you see a lion in the park, you're gonna run.
Yeah.
But it's what you said though. It's the training.
Yeah.
How has he trained for this fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It looks like he's trained well.
It looks like he's trained well, but that can also play a part in how you take a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
100%.
Losing too much weight.
Yeah, losing to, or it's
all
like
swings and roundabouts.
conditioning. Like, is he conditioned? Like, what's his name? Hagler was known that he could take a shot because his conditioning was phenomenal. People say his conditioning was out of this world. Frank Bruno, they said he wasn't the best technically, but condition-wise, the guy never hit the canvas because his head was like a bowling pin. It wouldn't go down because he was that conditioned. So again, I think conditioning does play a part.
And we know what's at stake for Moses, potentially a coming out party. But for Dillian, why do we think he took this fight?
To prove a point. He took the Joe Joyce fight first, and he pulled out because he broke his hand.
Oh yeah, he
had a finger in his finger or
and
something.
then this one popped up. Listen, everything's about proving a point and trying to say, you know what, I still got it. And that's not bad. They offered it to me, but I turned it down because I'm the manager for the IBF, so I was like, I'll stay on my position for the IBF. You understand? So, Dillian wins this, he's back at the top 5, so we'll see what happens.
Am I right in saying that there was a phone call between the pair of you? I don't know whether you rang him to say...
No, I rang him and he didn't answer. And then he sent me a voice note saying, why are you ringing me for? My friend, you're a snake, you're this and this. You're trying to take food out of my kid's mouth. But the reason why he's upset, because a couple months ago I did talk sport. And I said, I think if you get caught cheating in boxing, you should get banned for life. Because, why should you have a disadvantage on someone else who's waking up every morning, trained hard, but you train less and you inject yourself by something to beat the other guy? That's not fair. So I was like, so that's my thing. I always talk to the board that if we catch someone cheating in boxing, you should get banned for like at least 10 years.
There has been an air of almost sympathy for Dillian that he's been out the ring and he's missed a lot, but he did see a big money Anthony Joshua fight cancelled because he tested positive for something.
Why though? This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah, why? If it's the first time, second time, but why? What you have to? Why? What's the reason? Yeah. What's the reason you got stuff in your blood? What is the reason? The problem is, I want to explain something to you.
Please.
When you see these fighters, they go to the gym, they're pumping weights. If you see a fighter pumping weights and he puts on the Instagram lifting more than his weight, then you know he's on something. Yeah, then you know he's on something because most people who lift weights, they don't advertise it. I lift weights, you don't see me showing people how much I lift, Even if I'll show the technique though, but I don't be there pumping and lifting so much heavier than me. No, I don't do that. But why do we have to go, if I'm fighting another man, to take drugs? I don't understand. Why?
Yeah, so it's worth mentioning he tested positive or returned an adverse finding before the Anthony Joshua fight, had a period of absence and came back and put it down to contamination. And he has been allowed to continue boxing overseas, but still We don't know what the banned substance it was that he tested for. We still don't know the supplement that he says is contaminated. So these questions still sort of are unanswered.
This is nothing against Dillian, but in terms of people who have been caught or that cheat in boxing, I agree. You should be banned because even looking at my career, this might be a bit personal to me, but Kovalev, when I went out to Russia, again, I'm a young kid. In boxing, I'm a kid. Going out to Russia, you know, heart of a lion, gave everything. Then he fought Canelo, he got knocked out. The fight, his return fight, he got banned for drugs. Like, how does that make me feel? Looking at that, saying my life could be different. What if I won that fight? Like, these are the kind of things that go through your head. That can break people. That can make people think, I'm not good enough. Like, it can ruin someone's career. And we're in the hurt business. Boxing's a dangerous sport. If you get found with drugs in your system, as Derek said,
I know why you lost
lifetime
that
ban.
fight in Russia.
Huh?
I know why you lost that fight in Russia.
Conditioning?
No,
Drugs?
No.
What?
because you were looking at a coochie.
Big biting in the corner. Don't listen to Derek.
The girls, man, that's why. In Russia, got some beautiful ladies, and you were just walking right, exactly.
Don't listen to Derek. That wasn't the reason.
That's why you don't stop fighting.
Okay, we have Wally Downes Jr. back on the line. Wally, welcome back. We're going to put you on the spot here. Prediction time. How do you see the fight playing out?
I think it's been too long since Dillian was in a good competitive fight, and I think that will count against him. I think Moses inside 6 rounds.
Mark, come to you next.
I'd like to see Dillian drag him into the later rounds, but it's very unlikely. I agree with Wally. Yeah.
Chicken.
Derek?
Listen, I would love to see
so.
Dillian win it. Yeah?
Genuinely, you
Genuine. Because Dillian is from the old school.
Absolutely.
You understand? He's from the old school. You know, there's a young buck who's come in the neighborhood who's just smoking everybody. I would like to see Dillian win it. Yeah, and you understand, it'd be amazing. Yeah, but we know Moses is gonna bring it. Yeah. So I want to tell you, I would love to see Dillian win it, but it's a long shot, because Moses is on the ride right now. The Saudis love him, Frank Warren loves him, his manager loves him, Francis Warren, so Queensbury love him. You understand? So it's just quite sad that, this is. And plus, remember, Dillian apparently said this: if he gets beat, he's gonna retire from this.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, rumor. But we never know. But I want Dillian to win it.
So you want Dillian to win, but who do you think will win?
Dillian.
You think Dillian will win?
Yeah, Dillian.
How?
Huh?
How do you think he gets it done?
I don't know, but he has to win. Either with a rugby tackle. I would love them. I love Moses. See, I love Moses, yeah. But you have to understand, I've shared the ring with Dillian twice, yeah. Yeah, we've sparred so many rounds, yeah. And every time I see Moses and his dad, we speak, and fights and stuff like that. But I want Dillian to win. That old school, that hurrah, old school. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't want the young buck to win. Yeah, I don't want Moses to win, but I want Dillian to win because it's old school.
Moses can come again.
Moses can come again. You understand? He can come again. He can go do whatever. But I want the old school G to win.
Love to see Dillian.
Okay, and we're 2-1 in favour of Moses. So the deciding factor comes down to you. Who wins and how?
Honestly, I just want to see both men leave the ring healthy.
Absolutely.
Giving us a good display of boxing, entertainment.
Shut up, man.
I know. When I know two people, I don't know none of them.
Choose.
I don't like good predictions. I don't like it.
Just choose.
You know what? On paper, I'm gonna say on paper, Derek ain't beating Moses. On paper.
Derek.
Sorry. You know what? I always get it to it's the D. It's the D. The Derek. Dylan ain't beating Moses on paper.
Just choose, man.
But But it's one of them questions. I don't want to answer it.
Okay.
You got, no. You don't answer it. You know why you don't answer it? Yeah. Because he knows if he answers the wrong way, Dylan's going to be calling him.
No, there's no wrong way.
Moses is not going to be talking to him anymore.
No, there's no wrong way. No one can talk me nothing.
Okay,
but I'm saying,
who'd you favour? Let's put it out. Who would you favour?
On paper, that's what I'm saying. On paper, with the credentials and recent performances, you have to go with Moses. On recent performance.
Okay, you choose Moses then.
We'll take it. We will take it.
You choose Moses.
Got there in the end.
We got there then. I want the old school G to win because it's from the old school era.
So that's the final bell. Big thanks to Derek, Anthony and Mark for joining our corner today. Fight night is almost here. Will Moses smash his way to a world title shot, or will Dillian remind everyone that he's still a force in the division? And remember, Itauma versus Whyte, you can watch it all unfold on August 16th, live from Riyadh, only on DAZN. And you can buy it now at DAZN.com.